Okay, in this video we're going to look at the Second Kumitachi. It's a fairly longish one. There's a few interesting bits and pieces to it. There's been a few changes over the years I've been doing it, which I'll sort of talk about. So when things have changed, they're not necessarily, right. They were right and they're now wrong, and they're just different. So there's you can learn different aspects from doing it in different ways. Okay, so keep sort of fairly open mind to some of the changes that have been made. Okay, in the first video, I talked about how I see some of these as snapshots. They're not necessarily a start. Not necessarily starting in this position, though obviously you are for the exercise. And this one's quite a good demonstration because the attack Yuki doesn't. He's not really practical from this sort of position because he dead. Basically, because he's attacking the leg, so he's got to be here. Now I can reach him very easily without him before he gets into range. So he has to have some significant time on me to make me react to block that. Otherwise, I can just sort of counter it very easily. Now there is a sort of hint of it in there as we both raise up. The defender is following the attacker and sort of raises last. But it's not quite enough to create that time gap that would make that a viable attack. But this is the exercise. So we show it from here. We show it from the attack, and there's sort of quite interesting bits in the first part. So we both raise. He raises up. He attacks the leg. Now that's a very simple finish I can do from there. He can't really reach me. So, if I assume he's got extra time, I then have to respond to the attack. So, looking at it from this point of view of a snapshot, he's actually got more time. I block down here. Now, from here, he's now, because of this geometry, how this works, his wrist is within range of my sword. So, I raise as if to cut. Just put your sword where your wrist is. Step back and put your sword. Where your wrist is. There we go. So that's the line of his wrist. I'm down here. That's the attack I can do on his wrist. Okay, so from here, I raise to attack. As this comes up, he raises the point of his sword the other side. Now I can no longer get to attack him. I have to change my mind. I hold this on line. He comes round for a thrust, and I flow back and parry. And that's the first part of the Kumitachi. Now this part is often left out, or it kind of gets lost when you go fast. But I'm always looking to get that attack. Okay, so it gives a sort of change of feeling. I think is quite important when you're doing these. Otherwise, you're just sort of going backwards. Now, things have changed. I like the sort of the changing feeling that gives me, rather than just yielding to his movement, opening and yielding. That's kind of like a personal thing. You may see it differently, but that's fine. Right, from here, there's two approaches to this. One is I can leave this open, or I can keep it closed. Now, there used to be more emphasis on keeping this line to him closed, in which case he's got to work really hard to wind around my sword, which I think is good. Now, what he does is open his hip and bring his heel outwards, and that shifts his line slightly. He can then get around my sword for a thrust. Okay, so this is the next part of the move. He winds round. He winds around the sword, and I blade back. Now he comes for a strike here. Now, again, there's different ways of doing this. Now, at the moment, you turn that over, which opens the line for him to straight in. Other ways is to flick that down. So what I'm trying to do is come in for it with a thrust. He then drops underneath. I have to change my mind and be back into this position. Now, it doesn't really matter which one you do. It's as long as you understand which one you're doing and why you're doing it. Okay. So one, I turn over open the line, he drops under and comes straight in. That's me inviting him in. The other way is, also if you're doing this more on the move, you can kind of start this deflection higher up as the sword's coming down. Well, trying to create an opening so I can attack him and have to change my mind. So either one is a viable way of doing it. It's entirely up to what your teacher tells you to do or what you want to do with it. Okay, so show the whole thing. It goes back in there. I come up for this cut. As he comes in for the thrust, I move to the side, control his wrist. Okay. The first body variation uses a similar move. So as I come up for the cut, he raises and I move into a kote-geisha type position. I'm controlling his body with the point of my sword. I take the kote-geisha, thumb down the back, little finger on the sword. I turn over here, but I can't, it's difficult to throw because its structure is too strong. So I use the blade to strike into the throw. Second variation, as he comes for the cut, I enter, strike, basically a Rimin Nagi or an Iruri movement. The second body variation, I basically do the same entering move, except I can take Koshinagi. So I enter, draw the sword up, and he's down there. Okay. Okay, so that's the second Kumitachi with variations. Quite interesting Kumitachi, lots of little things in there to work on. Okay, thanks for watching.